I'm new, but I guess there's no pushback on it, so.
All right. All right, the meeting will come to order. This is February 13th, 2024. We want to welcome Dale. He's our new member. Dingler, right?
Yep.
And we now have 6 members on the board, which is great. We have 4 tonight. This is the final hearing on the permit application number 23-402. Francis and Diane Heffernan at Plank Road, parcel number 060-124-1, final plat approval for a 7-lot subdivision per Bristol Unified Development Regulations, Article 9, Section 930. So we've had a sketch plan. We've had the preliminary hearing back in January, and this is it's a major subdivision because it has more than 3 lots?
Yeah, it's got 7 total lots.
So it's a major, which means we have to have 2 hearings. This is hearing number 2. Steve, are you gonna present?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your right hand, Steve. Do you solemnly swear the evidence you shall give before this development review board shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Come on up. So Steve will walk us through, Dale. It's a pretty straightforward. There weren't really any issues, as I recall. We had a couple of revisions for the around the roads to get onto the plat.
All right, so water. It's gonna be town water.
Yep.
Put in a 4-inch force main. Up.
Yeah, so they have to, is it they need a pump station or something?
No, the water is all under pressure, so that's
Okay.
fine. And it'll, the roads are the right of where the water's gonna feed the
Yep.
lots. So water is taken care of. The town, we just gotta present it to the town, which
Yeah.
the town engineer is going to do for us. Electricals,
So
all.
you haven't got that approval yet, but you're gonna get it. So
Right.
We'll just put that in as a condition.
Yes, yeah, understandably, same as,
The wastewater.
wastewater has not been approved yet, right? It's all been submitted,
Yeah.
so we
But
understand.
you have to get that anyway.
Correct.
But from the town, you gotta get the approval.
Right.
But Joy Drive is already existing, so you don't need a curb cut, it's already there.
Correct, there'll be 2 curb cuts in that, which are all private, and
Right.
that'll be handled.
But
by the
onto Plank
residents.
Road, there's an existing curb cut.
Correct.
so-
No new curb cut.
No-
Right.
No,
So can you look, Chris, at the minutes and see if what we said, I can't remember exactly what we wanted, a bit of revision or something on the final plat. I just want to make sure that's there.
No.
Do you remember, Steve?
I want to say we didn't have the water on there yet. And we weren't sure if it was gonna be 4 or 2.
Okay,
And after the town engineer looked at it, it's gonna be 4, which will supply these 7, plus if anybody to the west does anything, it's plenty of water for Tierney, Denker, and Whitcomb, as well as Flower. 4 inches, plenty to feed all of that.
yep,
Well, can I ask a question?
sure.
Will, Denekers and Tierney's join on to this, or will they just continue using what we have now?
Right now, they'll use their wells.
No, Tierney has.
Yeah, when we did that, he won't join onto the 4.
You won't.
No, no,
Maintain what he has.
right, yeah. Yeah, because he already has town water when we did that, sold that lot to them.
Okay,
That's town waters, right? There's 3 curb stops there now. So as you can see in the diagram, that'll feed the first 2 lots.
the 2 lots on Plank Road.
Yes.
5 and 6.
Yes, and then the rest will be fed by the 4-inch main. And then septics, as LaRose surveyed did
Yeah.
all that. Just waiting for the
Right, we
state
didn't,
approval.
and the lot lines are all the same as in the preliminary?
Yes, nothing was changed.
Okay. You find it or not?
Not yet. It's not prepared for that at all.
I looked in my emails today at work because I wanted to make sure I hadn't missed it, so I hadn't.
There was, yeah, there was very few questions.
Yeah, I
By the
know,
board,
it
because
seems like
Yeah.
maybe it was just the water that I'm thinking of, but I just want to make
Was it
sure.
a January meeting we had?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it
So
was like
it's like the
the
ninth.
ninth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't find them right off. I'll keep digging here.
All right.
You guys-
But other than that, yes, like, Tom Wells had said, this one was fairly smooth as far as
Yeah,
subdivision goes.
no, it's
But
very
it,
straightforward.
it's not our first time, and we tried to make sure we had all our
Yep,
Ts and Is
yeah,
taken care
so
of.
it was probably,
Then there was a discussion because the wastewater permits hadn't been submitted at that point.
Right,
That was, I remember that one right
right.
off the top of my
And
head.
as the condition, of course, the state has to approve it.
yeah,
before
you gotta get
right.
if you didn't have the state permit, you couldn't go forward anyway. so.
Did we talk about lighting at all?
No, because it's just a subdivision,
But
because there's no
is-
building plan.
You know, so is there going to be, any lighting?
No, they're all residential housing, so
So
whatever,
just
yeah.
Whatever,
Right.
so there's not gonna be like a couple of street lights
No,
on this thing at all?
Nope.
No street lights. So-
no streetlights, no, because it's all private,
Mhm.
yeah.
You have any questions, Dale?
No. Pretty straightforward,
Yep,
nobody's pushing back.
and, yeah, what, we HDR? Or no, yeah, what are we here?
It is in village residential
VR?
and
Yeah, it was split, right?
a portion, yeah, I'll pull that up right now for, actually, easy one to pull up. It's. This is where it gets weird because. Like. John and Dottie's lot actually isn't even shown on, isn't even depicted on here, or nor is Denneker's. J Drive is like right here. So it's, you've got VR and H, it's all in. Yeah, it's all in the village residential.
It's all VR?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the back of the lot,
It's a little tiny,
Was
see
it-
this map for a second, Steve? That way, it shoots out into the meadow right there. No, because that's John and Dottie here. It's hard, but you gotta lay
Yeah,
it.
you know, I remember that there was a very small section that was.
yeah, so it's VR, which is 10,000 square feet, a little less than quarter
And it
acre, so.
wasn't, yeah, it wasn't.
So these are all big enough.
Mhm.
Any other questions from Ted or Dale? Brenda?
No, you know, this one's about as straightforward and in the town scheme of things as something can be.
Yeah, it seems like it. Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the final plat, and it's Round the Rose. Prepared by Round the Rose, it's dated October 2023. For a seven lot subdivision off of Plank Road.
I'll second that.
Any other questions or debate? All those in favor?
Aye.
Brenda?
Brenda's and I.
Brenda's and I, okay, 4-0, we're good.
Awesome.
Once she gets the minutes to us, I'll get the decision out, and then you have that, as you know, starts the appeal period, but I need the
Yep,
write up.
I'll get on Carol tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Great. Well,
All right.
Thank the board for their time.
yep,
Yeah,
thank you
Quick and
guys.
painless.
Have a good night.
Thank you much.
Good night, good night. So any questions or that I can answer, maybe Dale, or
No,
do you have a copy of the regs?
no, I do not.
Got to get him a copy of the regs. Most of what we do is subdivision and conditional use.
Right.
Variances are pretty rare. So there are so many, and if there was an appeal of an enforcement decision, that's us.
Right.
But if it's a permit by right, Chris issues it, doesn't come to, we're an appeal body.
Right.
Except for like conditional use and site plan and variances, we're the first decision maker. He doesn't make the decision, he just kicks it to us. So those are the,
I've been in front of it.
yeah, those are the main things that we do.
I'd just like to say something.
Sure.
I'd like to congratulate the write-up on the Masterson decision. That was really quite impressive.
Thank
Must
you.
have taken a heck of a long time.
20 hours. I had about 20 into that one. So, I'm glad you took the time to read it. It was,
Oh, it was fascinating.
yeah, I mean, there were important. It was a difficult one to figure out how to organize, but I think it came out okay, and thus far, neither side has appealed, but the appeal period is still open.
So we're counting, but we got about 2 weeks.
All right, all right, if there's nothing,
Yes, so
if there's
I wanna.
nothing else,
There,
thank you,
that was a very fine piece of writing.
thank you.
Yeah. It was,
There aren't too many like that, that need that level of effort.
Yeah,
Garfield Street most recently, and then
Yeah.
Lathrop way back, so, all right, we're adjourned.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, great.
We usually, leave it to Brenda to point out, little tiny, issues with the.
With the minutes,
Oh, Tom just jumped on.
With the document.
yeah, I didn't,
There's a couple of things that, I read it very carefully
oh, good,
and there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you about.
okay, we can
Just
do it out of
very-
the meeting.
Incredibly minor, these are incredibly minor issues.
Mhm.
The one.
Well, we're not live, right?
Hang on.
Don't need to do
Yeah,
this.
we're gonna adjourn.
We're gonna adjourn first. We're
Yes,
officially adjourned.
yes.
Thank you, Brenda. Have a great night. Thank you, Tom, for jumping on, but we've already finished the hearing.